Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How y'all doing? Welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dicky here on Wabash Catch TV. Have we got a treat? We've got plenty of time.
Okay.
We got a treat for you folks today. A brand new. This is cool. A brand new entertainment show for you, your kids, your grandkids, whoever. It's we're going to talk about today as James and Jacob Pennington have joined the show, and we are going to talk about the live cartoon show Museum and Fun, which is their first show is going to be. Jacob, we'll get to you in a second. Okay. It's going to be the first one's going to be in Effingham here in about a week or two, and we'll talk about that here with James and with Jacob, as these guys are cartoon aficionados, aren't you, boys?
Yeah.
They are big fans of all kinds of different cartoons, and we're going to talk about
Frank Tashlin, Tex Avery,
all kinds of stuff. We're going to talk about all that here this morning and tell you all about it and how you can join in on the fun with your families and whoever else. But before we do that, let's talk a little bit about what's going on in and around your neighborhood. And look, I've got a great big camera or a projector here right next to me. So we've got all kinds of stuff that we are going to talk about today here on Big Talk with Bruce Dicky. Thank you so much, folks, for joining in today here on this Tuesday, October 1st. Do appreciate you tuning in on this brand new month. Let's tell you a few things going on in and around our areas. I just about bent that thing. What would you do if I accidentally bent that thing, James?
I'd be worried.
James would be, he's got his fist clenched right now.
Yeah.
I didn't come close. He's got a cell. We're going to take a look at that a little bit later on and all kinds of different stuff today. What is going on today in and around you? Actually, I'm going to tell you a little bit about some stuff going on later in the week as well. This is a Tuesday, October 1st from 11:30 to 1:30 this afternoon. The Wayne County Retired Teachers Association. They will meet today at the Wayne City Methodist Church. So Wayne County teachers meeting in the Wayne City Church. There will be lunch is served at 11:30, followed by a program and a business meeting. Area political candidates have been invited to speak. I don't know who's showing up, but you certainly get the opportunity to meet the your local candidates. Let's see, in Wayne County. I think Dave Severin has a race. I know Terry Bryant doesn't have a race for state senator, and I don't think that there were any county races for that matter. So it may not be all that many candidates there, but we'll see. As again, that's 11:30 to 1:30 this afternoon. What else going on this week? Tomorrow at from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's in Edwards County. It's the Edwards County Drive-Through Flu Clinic. It's put on by the Albion Fire Department. That's on South 4th Street. You know where that is, down there by the McDonald's in Albion. It's 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. It is a drive-through. So what you'll do is you just drive through, I believe probably on the north side, and then come south down 4th Street, and you won't be able to miss it. There'll be people there directing traffic, telling you where to go. You got to get your flu shot, ladies and gentlemen. You don't want to get sick over the wintertime, as the flu shot's the easiest way to ward off. Now, it's not going to ward off the flu, but it'll ward off a bad case of it. It makes a bad case good. So let's make sure I'll be getting mine. I was supposed to get it yesterday. They didn't show up for some reason. But yeah, flu shot. That's something you want to think about. What else going on this week? Over in Effingham at St. Anthony High School on Wednesday, the St. Anthony High School will hold a community blood drive with Impact Life. Impact Life is, of course, the provider of blood components for local high school or local hospitals in and around Effingham. Blood drive from 9 to 2 on Wednesday. That's 304 East Roadway Avenue inside the cafeteria, sponsored by the Student Council. Now, like I said, folks, this is an Impact Life blood drive, not a Red Cross blood drive. You want to keep the two clear in your head because you don't want to donate blood twice and then they'll make you unhealthy and give you all kinds of problems. Like I said, it's in the cafeteria at St. Anthony. If you want to make an appointment, go to bloodcenter.org and use the code 70749 to locate the drive. If you want to just give them a call, you can do that as well at 800-747-5409. 747-5409. You got to be 17 years of age, 16 with parental permission. Weigh at least 100 pounds. You boys, you look like you could probably weigh 100 pounds. Would you be able to do that? You think they say they'd pass? They say they would be able to pass. Photo ID is required to donate. If you have questions about eligibility, you can give the same phone number a call. That's 747-5401. And if you gave blood prior to August 7th, you are eligible. August 7th or later, not eligible to give at this drive. Impact Life, nonprofit community organization providing blood products and services to more than 100 hospitals and emergency medical service providers in Illinois, in Iowa, Missouri, and Wisconsin. So that's why they keep it all close like that. What else going on today on this gorgeous Tuesday, October 1st? Ladies and gentlemen, the first Tuesday in October has been designated National Taco Day. It's set on the first Tuesday in October from here on out. It used to be October 4th, but they've made the change. Of course, Taco Tuesday, that's usually when the restaurants all have their sales. It's officially moved to the first Tuesday. For years, they've celebrated National Taco Day on October 4th, but always felt there was a bigger opportunity to align it with something even more special, Taco Tuesday. They usually don't change these national days. The history of tacos predates the arrival of Europeans in Mexico. Anthropological evidence shows that the native people living in the lake region of the Valley of Mexico traditionally ate tacos filled with small fish. At the time of the Spanish conquistadors, Bernal Diaz del Castillo documented the first taco feast enjoyed by Europeans. Hernan Cortez arranged this meal for his captains in Coyoacan. It's unclear why the Spanish used the word taco to describe the food. One suggested origin is the food is the word ataco, meaning to stuff or stuffed. So, boy, now you boys know more about tacos than you ever thought you'd learn. Did you realize that Cortez was the first European to eat tacos? The explorer?
Yeah.
Who knew? And then he went on to do terrible things to the Mexicans. Maybe they like tacos. Just enslaved them and all kinds of stuff. Bad guy. So, yeah, we're not celebrating Cortez today. Don't worry. This is tacos. What's your favorite taco, boys? Who do you go for your favorite tacos?
Well, there's a place by Johnny's Pickers Lounge. It's like on the right side of the road. It's a Mexican restaurant.
Yeah?
I love their tortilla chips and their tacos.
Good stuff there.
Yeah.
How about you? What's your favorite?
Probably.
By the way, James and Jacob.
Probably Wendy's tacos.
I want to make sure everybody knows James and Jacob.
Well, not Wendy's.
Wendy's?
Well, I'm trying to think what.
Wendy's makes tacos?
No, I'm trying to think of the other one. Let's see. Denny's, yeah.
Denny's makes tacos.
Yeah, they do.
No kidding. I figured you boys want Taco Bell.
I don't really like it.
Don't like Taco Bell? Good for you. That's I don't blame you a bit. Taco Bell. I'm not a big fan either. So even though Taco Bell did found this day, we'll just move on from that. What else is going on October 1st, ladies and gentlemen? National Pumpkin Spice Day. What do cinnamon, ginger, cloves, allspice, nutmeg, and October 1st have in common? They're all part of Pumpkin Spice Day. Right about the time school starts, pumpkin spice lovers begin waxing poetically about fall and their favorite flavor. Coffee shops, bakeries, stores on every corner begin selling pumpkin spice merchandise. The pumpkin spice, of course, you can find it at Starbucks. They always have Is it Starbucks that does the pumpkin spice coffee latte? Pumpkin spice latte. Yeah, that's a whole bunch of people like that. You can find it in, well, let's see, do I have a good picture of one there? That looks pretty good. These days, pumpkin spice celebrated any number of ways. Mix up your own pumpkin spice blend using cinnamon, ginger, cloves, allspice, and nutmeg. How about you bake a pumpkin pie? That's a nice way to go. Pumpkin spice isn't just a flavor. It's burnt umber, harvest gold, cinnamon toast sprinkles make home decor apparel, and even decorates parties and weddings. It was like pumpkin pie. What's the ruling on pumpkin pie? Do you like pumpkin pie?
Yeah. It's good for Thanksgiving.
Good for Thanksgiving. Good for any
Christmas.
time. Christmas. With it's better with whipped cream on it, isn't it?
Yeah.
There you go. So the boys are they clearly know what they're talking about when it comes to pumpkin pie. What else going on today? Ladies and gentlemen, this is National Fire Pup Day. This recognizes the canine firefighters that have long been members of fire departments across the country. While the Dalmatians' origin is unknown, their use in firehouses began, how long ago would you guys guess? We'll let you boys guess. How long ago they started using those spotted dogs, the Dalmatians, in firehouses? Any idea? I'll give you, pick a century between now and like 1500.
Probably 17th century.
Ladies and gentlemen, James is right. Beautifully done. I'm not even going to give you a guess, Jacob. Sorry about that. He got it right. 1700s, not 1700s.
I was going to say 1600s.
It's 1700s.
Yeah.
1700s.
It goes back a few.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I mean, why would they why do they use the Dalmatians? Trained as a carriage dog, the Dalmatians' agility transferred quickly to the horse-drawn fire engines. Even though Dalmatians weren't the only dogs fit for carriage work, they were the ones who mostly filled the role of fire dogs, easily identified by their spotted and speckled coats. In the days of the horse-drawn fire carts, they provided a valuable service, having a natural affinity to horses. The Dalmatians' duty was to run alongside the horses they ran in front of or beneath the wagon axles, clearing the way. And long after the red engines replaced horse-drawn wagons, Dalmatians remained a recognizable tradition in fire stations across the country. Now they're doing more jobs like search and rescue and service dogs and that kind of thing. So how about the Dalmatian? There you go, ladies and gentlemen. What do you want to see on TV, folks, today? October 1st, high school volleyball tonight. Carmi is at Fairfield. That'll be on Channel 100, starting about 6 o'clock. Carmi, one of the top teams in the state, and Fairfield, no slouch themselves, should be a dandy. That'll be again on Channel 100 at 6 o'clock. Over in Salem, also at 6 o'clock tonight on Channel 98, Trenton Westland coming in to play Salem. Trenton Westland, one of the top programs in Southern Illinois, so keep an eye on that. Also, Major League Baseball today. There are 4 games scheduled. All of them on the ABC and ESPN set of networks, and I can't tell you who's playing who yet because it's not quite set yet. Doubleheader on Monday. So we'll see how that works, but they're going to start around noon and they're going to go all day and all night long on ABC. But we are going to have some fun today, as joined by James and Jacob Pennington, and we're going to come back talk about the live cartoon show and museum, live cartoon show, museum, and fun. Right after these words, you are watching Big Talk with Bruce Dicky. Back right after this.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
At Clay City Banking Company, we're all on the same team, regardless of zip code. At home, work, school, or across the country, you can be part of our team with our cutting-edge mobile banking products. From your hand, you can check balances, transfer money, make deposits, and pay bills. Looking for a loan? We've got you covered with our mortgage, agriculture, commercial, and consumer loans. Join our team today. Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield banking companies. We're the hometown banks, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
It is all things new at Zimdar's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Appliance Repair. We have a new line of heating and cooling equipment and new technicians. Our new equipment line offers 24 months free financing and excellent warranty coverage. Our experienced service technicians can provide you with quality service and repairs on all brands of HVAC equipment. Zimdar's has been serving Clay County and the surrounding areas for over 23 years. The employees of Zimdar's are here to help, so call local and call Zimdar's.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Oh man, I'm hacking. Sorry about that, boys.
Okay.
As we are joined today by James and Jacob Pennington. I got all the spelling right there, right?
Yeah.
Into that camera. Now, don't wave at the TV. TV can't see you. You got to wave into the camera over here, boys.
Yeah. Yep.
As these fellas are, I got to tell you, it's fascinating to me. They have established and are developing a brand new style of entertainment. It's like a museum, a live museum show, and it's all
Gallery.
And gallery, and it's all about cartoons from the
1906 to 1960.
Ladies and gentlemen, James Pennington. How you doing, James?
I'm doing good.
Thank you so much for being here today. I
Yep.
appreciate it. Jacob, how are you doing today?
I'm doing very good.
Okay, now Jacob or James, whoever wants, tell me what the show is. What can people expect on October 18th and 19th in Effingham, Illinois?
Well, the start of animation was Emily.
Well, he's asking,
I'm not asking about the start.
Okay.
What are we going to have? What are we going to see?
Well,
in Effingham?
we're going to have Bongo the Bear and Dingo the Dog dance to Screen Songs cartoons that are in the public domain now. They can be used for. They're not copyrighted anymore because the creators died and it expired.
Okay.
And now it's in the public domain, like Shortenbread, 1950, Our Furry Funny Friends, 1949.
How long of a show is it?
It's about
20 minutes.
20
each
minutes.
time.
20 minutes for a dance song, and then 50 minutes for gallery and presentation.
I'll show you here, folks, in just a minute who he was talking about, the costumed folks who are going to come out and dance.
Yeah.
How did you develop the show, fellas?
Well,
What was the onus? What was the catalyst? What got you going to try to want to put a show together?
Well, I mean, there wasn't really a cartoon museum in America.
Yeah, there wasn't really
There really
any.
wasn't. So
Only
we
in another
decided.
country.
We decided.
Really?
Yep.
We decided. Well, why don't we just make the first cartoon museum and try to see if this works, and try to see if this will work or not.
I got to tell you, Jacob, I know a lot of folks who love cartoons.
Yeah.
They loved it back whenever they were growing up.
Yeah.
And you'd watch Saturday morning cartoons on television.
To own one of those back then, those were about $1,000 $700, but now they're about $100 now. But back then it
this
was
projector. We're going to talk about all the projectors and stuff. And what now? If we start talking, was it watching the Saturday morning cartoons that got you boys interested
Yep.
in becoming historians of it?
the cartoon music was catchy, like Bugs, the haircut one. I don't know what it was called.
Rabbit of Stewie,
Rabbit of Stewie,
1949.
1949. Yeah, it was directed by Chuck Jones.
Okay.
And that's kind of where it all started, you
Yeah.
know. And the Rabbit Fire, 1951. That was the Bugs Bunny and Duck season.
Oh, the duck season.
Yeah, it's called.
See, now that's one of the best ones.
It's called Rabbit Fire, 1951.
Rapid Fire, 1950.
And the original closing titles and rings are missing. They're gone.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yep, they're gone.
So if we see that today, whatever we see the credits at the end of it,
Yeah.
it's a rebuilt,
It's
remade.
it's recreated.
It's a
done.
recreated?
It's an updated title card.
Okay. Well, that's pretty wild.
Yeah.
I didn't realize.
I wish they should have kept things the way it was originally supposed to be presented.
This is something, though, that you've kind of run into, isn't it, James?
Yeah.
A lot of cartoons, probably from the 1920s and 1930s.
I love
Do they still
Scrappy.
exist?
Not really, because they were printed on nitrate film from 1910, the 1910s to 1951.
Yeah.
That was all nitrate film, and those were the special. That's where it all
pretty
began.
much as far as I know, all of the Looney Tunes and Merry Melodies cartoons exist. They do, but the opening titles, most of them are gone and destroyed. And
Really?
Also lost scenes. They were.
Well, there were war bonds. There were special animation credits. There were special cutscenes.
They just wanted to cut them out.
And
'cause
for
it was
instance,
just-
I know this isn't a cartoon, but King Kong, there was a lost.
The 1933 King Kong?
There was a lost
There's a
spider.
lot of-
There was a lost spider scene in it.
Yeah, that's from the giant tarantula.
It was horrifying.
type of
It
spiders.
scared people. It scared them. They destroyed it. They went and took the film, cut it from the release.
I think his name was Mary C. Cooper.
Marion. Marion C. Cooper.
Yeah, he.
Why did he do
produced
that?
it. He didn't want to scare people like that.
That was rare, man.
He didn't want people running from the theater screaming.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know.
ahead.
I would be terrified of that, man.
Well, you see, now that's the thing, fellas. Back in 1933, they hadn't had a good monster movie like that. I mean, now granted, this is 91 years ago, and then that was basically the first gigantic monster movie, and then you had Dracula and
They only
Frankenstein.
have one photograph of it of existing, and it's from the original frames.
Oh, wow. Wow. Okay, tell me a little bit. Okay, so you're sitting around on a Saturday morning,
Yep.
right? When were you watching cartoons? Saturday morning or on the Cartoon Network or something like that? Anytime.
Usually,
Probably the original Boomerang.
I do know Boomerang usually shows the classics cartoons, but Cartoon Network kind of shows the newer stuff.
And you've been
you know?
watching this for years. You've been watching these for years.
Yeah.
At what point in the last? I'm assuming. I mean, you've been developing. How long have you been developing this show?
The everything.
No, yeah, the live cartoon show. Last couple of years, last few months. How long have you been developing it?
I've been doing this for like cartoons in general and computer animation arts on YouTube. It's been about 8 years.
Okay. When did you decide, boys, that you wanted to put all this together and make a show out of it?
Because I didn't
How
like
long
the way
It was back in, I would say, probably back in 2015.
Okay. Oh, really?
Yeah, it's
9
been
years
a
ago.
long time ago.
Man, that's really cool. So you're 12 years old. That is, and so this is something you've been working on a long time.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's outstanding. I tell you what, let's do, folks. Let's take a quick break. We're going to come back, talk to the boys a little bit more. I'm fascinated about this, about the genesis of this. Then we'll talk about the show more itself, and we'll do all this. We're going to get to talking about the projectors that you can see here on the table, and we'll give you a good idea of some of the things that we're talking about here. We'll also get their dad, James, on here in a minute to tell you how you can get up there and where you can hear and see the live cartoon show Museum and Fun. I have James and Jacob Pennington here, and we'll be back on Big Talk with Bruce Dicky right after these words.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont's always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LaMonsOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Residents of the Clay County and surrounding area have relied on Clay County State Bank for sound professional service for over 100 years. With convenient lobby and drive-up hours, we are ready to serve you Monday through Saturday. We appreciate all who bank with us, and we look forward to the opportunity of working with anyone who is looking for a community bank to help with their financial needs. Give us a call at 665-3314, visit us online, or stop by and see us on the square in Louisville to experience our friendly personal service.
For service beyond the surface, call Carter Trucking in Fairfield. Carter's trucks are ready to haul your big freight and grain. So whatever you call Jeremy Carter, the Mucho Mulcho Man, the driveway doctor, the gravel guru, the pothole pirate, the rockin' redneck, the smooth operator, the mud hole master, or the happy hauler, just call him. 842-2022 to haul your big freight, grain, and more with trucks from Carter Trucking, Williamson Drive in Fairfield.
Having car trouble, need a tow, or just some routine maintenance? Butcher Automotive in Louisville has you covered. Locally owned and operated, Butcher Automotive offers complete vehicle repair services along with tire sales and wheel alignment. They're your local hand-cooked tire and interstate battery dealer. Butcher Automotive offers free local pickup and delivery so your car can be repaired while you're at work or at home. Butcher strives to treat everyone's vehicle as their own. At Butcher Automotive, they don't want you to give them your business, they want to earn it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Big Talk with Bruce Dicky. These guys, I tell you what, they are full of information and they're just trying to let me know everything all at once. What we are talking about is this. Let me put the big zoom in on, there we go, the live cartoon show and museum fun. It is set for October 18th and 19th in Effingham, Illinois. I am joined here today by James and Jacob Pennington. Okay, so you're sitting there 5-10 years ago and you decide you want to do a show. Why? What made you, are the cartoons today, do you think folks today just don't remember, maybe the kids today probably don't remember what old-timey cartoons look like, do they?
Yeah, I didn't like the new cartoons because it was politically showing demonic stuff like Uncle Grandpa or Little Demon, Clarence, Steven Universe, and I just didn't like it, and I thought it was really bad for people, and I thought, hey, maybe I should change for the better.
One of the reasons I don't think cartoons should be forgotten is because we need to preserve that history. So.
Right.
Because
we don't make mistakes
because in
again.
hundreds of years from now, people will look back and they'll be like, "Wow, this is what it was like back then." And
it's actually better
I think
animation.
future generations should see what old technologies we had and what kind of technologies that were used.
They don't even make
during
AI
cartoons.
Projectors anymore. They don't even make
It's all computer projection now, isn't it?
Well, they actually do, but it's really expensive. It's like $12,000.
That's why I think we should do this. I think we should.
And I thought about taking this projector to a technological electricity store, seeing if they could try to fix it and try to remodel it.
The reason he's talking about that is because he warned me earlier I can't plug this one in.
No, it's damaged. It was sitting out somewhere for many years.
This projector can't be plugged in. And this is a 16 or an 8?
16.
and the other's an 8, right? Or no?
No, that's a 35
That is
millimeter.
35.
Yep.
Okay, that's a.
That was 35 millimeter film was made in the 1910s, and this
that
film
reel's
what you
real
see here is
too.
from 1923, and 8 millimeter film, which we don't have right now, was made in 1932.
There's this. You say this is from 1933?
No, 1923.
1923.
Yep, 16 millimeter. That's the film they used back then, and they still used it. So
Okay, so yeah, this is before they expanded it out to 35 millimeter. This
well,
would be- that
35
looks
millimeter was larger. This was medium, and then 8 millimeter was smaller.
All right, now what do we have here? That would be a 35.
That is a can. That is a real can of a 35 millimeter film. It probably played London After Midnight or other lost films, and you can
It
tell over
definitely
the
played
years
films,
where
for
the mold got into it, and see the black stuff right there. It was
Right.
from the sitting out somewhere. It probably in hot heat somewhere, and the film probably turned into a hectagon. So
This right here,
and it probably twisted and twirled.
This is likely from film being
sticked.
to its surface.
Kind of like a
So,
pancake.
now, let me see that. Can I see that,
Yeah,
Jacob?
yeah.
He's talking about what he's talking about is the discoloration in here, right?
Yeah, and that's why this is red, as you can see, because it's been sitting out for many years. So
I'll be doggone. So how in the world did you boys find all these things? What do you do?
well, I wanted to research about the old animations of Looney Tunes and Tom and Jerry, and I found out people like Frank Tashlin, Fres Freeling, Tex Avery, Carl
we go
Darwin,
hunting
Don
for all
Boylan.
this
You
stuff
can name
now.
all of them.
Yeah.
They were all involved, and it took 5 people, at least 7 people, to do 7,000 frames of animation. It took literally 5 people to do that. There had to have been oil painters. There had to have been drawers like Fres Freeling, and it took a lot of people.
And a
work.
cartoon of 7 minutes long, you're talking how many frames?
7,000.
7,000 frames, and that's amazing that they basically had a nice little factory going to be able to get through that.
It's
right?
called Leon
Now-
Schlesinger Studios.
Snow White
And that
had
place is still there in
the
California.
original
Still
Snow
there.
White had Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. It
It's
had
not called that anymore, though.
it had several frames. It was
I think it's a
it was
museum
like
now.
40,000 frames
Oh,
of
wow.
film. It was an hour long, and I mean, if you
Probably
make a
18
movie
people
like
did
that
that.
today, and if you use the same old
Like
technology,
18 people and
it will take forever.
It required a group of people to come together and write the script and the drawings.
Now, you were talking about, you've mentioned just momentarily ago some of the icons, some of the big names in old cartooning. For Chuck Jones, Fres Freeling,
Frank Tashlin.
You have tried to contact the families of some of these folks.
I did.
haven't
I
you?
was on Facebook in 2018, and I didn't ask her for an animation, so I said,
Who'd you contact?
Syl Berman Freeling. That was her.
Sybil Berman Freeling.
Yeah, I looked
Bergman.
up. Yeah, I looked up
okay.
Fres Freeling's daughter, trying to contact who his daughter was, and I found out, friended her, and we just started talking. And I said, I know your cartoon, Let It Be Me, your father did. I know all these cartoons that you did, and father, and I was interested in her. You can see the messages where I said it to her, and I was talking about Flowers from a Dam. That one I was trying to ask her if she knew if the original titles existed, and she said she has no idea. So she did send.
So you basically made friends with the daughter of Fres Freeling.
Yep, I did. Yeah.
That's really cool. How old a woman is Sybil Bergman Freeling?
She was born in 1940, so
Well, that'd be 84.
84. Yeah, that's what I was
she's
gonna
84
say.
years
Yep.
old.
Or, yeah, something like that.
Yep.
How about that? So she sent you something. Tell me what she sent you.
It's an animation cell. What they used to do back.
That's what it
then.
said on her Facebook.
And
It
this was
born in
the
1940.
required. How many drawings they did for 7,000 frames, and they probably did the same thing, but Make sure I got everything. Okay. Here's the letter. It says, "Dear James and Jacob, this is a original
Cell from
one of the Pink Panther cartoons
Oh, nice.
my
my
dad,
dad made. Enjoy Sybil Freeling." And
Friz Freeling did all
Right
the
here.
animation for the Pink Panther back from, whenever it was invented back in the 60s, the early 1960s for
And
the Pink Panther movie.
And it's missing his hands
Blake
because
Edwards.
it was scrapped animation. You can tell where it was scrapped right there, and for later processes.
Let's show what that looks like here.
Yep.
That's why he's missing an arm.
Yep.
Missing both arms.
Because they scrapped it because they didn't think it looked good or it didn't, wasn't pleasing. You know what I mean? So.
Well, that is just fascinating. And here you can see the note, the rip out at the top. The indicates
They also
that
did
it's
title
scrapped.
cards like this too. It was on animation cells like The Cat's Tail 1941. Friz Freeling also did that one.
And this is painted.
Yeah, it's painted. It was oil paint, I think.
Wow. That is so cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm glad I have this. This is really nice.
And again, this is one of the type of things you'll
She
see.
just gave it to me. I didn't ask her for it. I remember she just simply, okay, I'm going to send you this animation cell. Don't
How'd
sell
that make
it.
you feel? What'd you think about it?
I was really happy about it. I was excited.
I was going to say, when it showed up, you had no idea what was
No,
coming.
I know what happened that night. When it showed up to our door in the mail at nighttime, we were sleeping in bed. We didn't have no cameras or anything. The doorbell ringed by itself.
Really?
Yeah, twice.
No kidding.
Yeah, it did.
And this thing was laying out there, the package was laying out there.
It was laying out there.
Bobby doggone. That's a pretty good story. That's fascinating. I'll tell you what, folks, let's take another quick break. We are talking today with James and Jacob Pennington about the live cartoon show and museum and fun. Again, this is going to be October 18th and 19th in Effingham, Illinois, and we're going to come back, talk to them, and get a little bit more detail into that, what the show's going to consist of, as well as probably bring the old man in here eventually too. You're watching Big Talk. Back after these.
When Justin, a local volunteer firefighter, needs one of the department's trucks serviced, he calls Cam, whose repair company keeps everything rolling. In turn, Justin helps keep Cam and all of the community safe. Together, they support each other. And Wayne White Electric Cooperative supports them and every member with safe and reliable power. It's why REMCs exist. And together, it all works.
Residents of the Clay County and surrounding area have relied on Clay County State Bank for sound professional service for over 100 years. With convenient lobby and drive-up hours, we are ready to serve you Monday through Saturday. We appreciate all who bank with us, and we look forward to the opportunity of working with anyone who is looking for a community bank to help with their financial needs. Give us a call at 665-3314, visit us online, or stop by and see us on the square in Louisville to experience our friendly personal service.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Le Mans Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Le Mans always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at lemansonline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
I thought I'd lost my business in that fire, but my agent was there before the flames were out. He said, together, we're going to rebuild. Our employees depended on it. My independent agent and auto owners made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there. Auto Owners Insurance. North Wayne Insurance Agency in Flora is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
He was.
Hold on a second. Let me. I'll ask you in a minute. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dicky is James and Jacob Pennington are here. These boys are they are running the live cartoon show Museum and Fun. It's going to be October 18th and 19th at the Village Square Mall up there in Effingham. 9 to 9. That's a long day, fellas.
Yep.
You going to be all right?
Yeah. We got to do this. We got to.
Now, who are I've shown this a couple of times, but I haven't really talked all that much. Who are the animals there? What
That's Dingo the dog on the right, and then Bongo the bear on the left.
And I presume Bongo and Dingo will be at the show.
Yep, and they will dance about screen songs, cartoons like the Great Drippy Mississippi, the Golden State. Let's see. There was another one
Coming Around the Mountain.
Okay. They also
Long Star State.
Long Star State. That was a good one.
That's cool. Jacob,
Isidore Spammer.
But before we talk about that cool projector there, tell me about what you have there in front of you. What you got going there?
This is This is probably from the 1900s, and
it's an early what?
It's an early Mickey Mouse cartoon.
I think it's Donald Duck.
It's Donald Duck. And it does have this right here. It has like a copyright thing on here, and sometimes they do that back then to tell what the copyright.
May I see that?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's hard to see. It's pretty tiny.
Yeah, it's just kind of trying to give you folks.
It is really wavy. It's like twisting.
That's vinegar syndrome. What you see there. That's kind of bendy.
Yeah. Yeah. Now the color of it's like reddish too.
That's not the original color.
Okay.
The original color was the brightness of it. So,
may I see the box as well?
So the red, the red is from decompensation. Do you know what that is? Like decompensation. It means
the oxidation of it, or something?
Yeah, it lowers down over the years because it's sitting out somewhere in the heat, and that's what caused it.
The more colder a film gets, the more it will last.
It has to be at least.
It can't be in like heated.
It's got to be like 50 degrees. It's got to be at the middle of the degree, and that way it will stay like this for many years.
Well, I'm trying to zoom in.
Some of these last
Donald Duck's Picnic Party is what that says.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's really cool. And do you have these projectors won't play that? Do you have something that you would, if this was not in damaged condition, do you have something that you can play this in?
Elmo projector, 1980s projector.
Okay,
but
so you can play that. You don't want to play that particular one.
No, but you don't want to play a Bell and Howell because it's loops. It goes through loops, and then it makes the picture pop out, and it flickers,
Yeah.
But on an Elmo projector, you just slide it in because it's a 1980s projector.
It's more modern.
So you can still play those old 1920s films, but the Bell and Howell, as an example, don't do that. It flickers.
Tell me, okay, so you boys got into this from watching Saturday morning or watching cartoons on Boomerang or something like that. What is your favorite? Or do you have any one single favorite cartoon?
The last black and white Merry Melodies cartoon, Rhythm in the Bow, 1934, Ben Hardaway, and musical composer Norman Spinner, and I'm trying to remember who the song was.
That's something that somebody could look up on YouTube and probably find, right?
It's not. It's not public domain, so it's not on YouTube. So it would be on sites like the Internet Archive or something. Okay. So
give me that again.
Internet Archive.
Now, what was the name of the cartoon?
Rhythm in the Bow, 1934.
Rhythm in the Bow. Okay. How about you, Jacob?
And it's also, for some reason, are not showing the restoration of it because
the restoration of it.
Yeah, they're not showing it because I don't know why, for copyright reasons.
Maybe they just don't realize that you like it.
Yeah.
How about you, Jacob?
One of my favorite cartoons. This is from MGM, 1939. It was called Goldilocks and the Three Bears. It was just titled that. It was directed by Hugh Harman, and Hugh Harman was the animator that did Looney Tunes and the Merry Melodies, and he went to MGM after Warner Brothers. He just got a job for MGM, And I always liked that cartoon. It looked like the Goldilocks character.
They say the original Nitrate that had a coffee cup in the animation and steam was coming out.
Well,
of
it's
it.
porridge.
Wow.
It's porridge. So, yeah,
And that's how they made the porridge?
the smoke coming out of
smoke coming out of the porridge?
because of the food, you know.
Yeah.
Usually when you get it
Well, one
out
was
of the
too
microwave.
hot, one was too cold.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
That's Goldilocks.
I do. There are a couple of Superman cartoons that were made in 1941. One of them's called The Mechanical Monsters.
Max
It
Fleischer.
was directed by Dave Fleschner, and the music was Sammy Timberg. And he did all the music for Paramount Pictures, and that was a Paramount cartoon, and it was the second Superman cartoon ever released in that studio.
I'm just surprised that you guys aren't picking Bugs Bunny or Daffy Duck. I mean, you were talking a little
Rabbit
bit
of Stewie, 1949. That's Bugs
the
Bunny.
Rabbit-O Stewie, right?
Yeah.
I will.
I mean, that's an amazing cartoon. The Duck season, Rabbit season cartoon is one of the best cartoons of all time.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
they
Hands down.
Yeah.
They say Tex Avery did Bugs Bunny. I don't agree. I think it was Ben Hardaway because
Chuck Jones, wasn't it?
because Porky's Hare Hunt was the beginning of Bugs Bunny, and that
Okay.
was the start of it.
Yeah,
It
Bugs
was-
Bunny didn't have it. He was spun off of.
Yeah, his name was actually hard to believe Bugs Hardaway in that cartoon from 1938. It was after
Wow.
it was after him, so he's actually the father of Bugs Bunny.
Have you reached out? I know you were able to reach out to the Freeling family.
I reached out Steve Stanchfield.
I was
Jerry-
wondering maybe to Mel Blanc or something like that.
Well,
to the Mel Blanc
I
family.
have one of the first Merry Melodies cartoons Mel Blanc did. It's called The Fiddle with the Fiddle, 1937. It's about a mouse who's trying to find the coin and trying to stay away from the tax collector, and the cat's trying to bite him, you know?
Yeah.
And that was based on the Great Depression.
Right.
And it was directed by Ken Harris and Carl Darlin. And Carl W. Starling was always the musical director from the 1930s
Well, that's just
to
fascinating.
1945.
Yeah.
First Sylvester cartoon was Life with Feathers, 1945, and it was the first.
So wait a minute. You know the first cartoons for all these different characters?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about
Tweety, Teletubbies.
I was gonna. Yeah, that would have been Sylvester and Tweety, Tweety Bird. How about Foghorn Leghorn? Do you remember Foghorn Leghorn?
1955.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Foghorn Leghorn was that late, huh?
Yeah, it was created in 1955. Well, no, that's not true. It was Walk Talkie, what was that called?
Honk, I think.
Honk, 1946.
The first one ever produced.
Yep. Featuring Henry the Hawk.
Yeah. How about I hate to put you quizzing on the spot. Pepe Le Pew. Pepe Le Pew, really, they can't make those.
1944. He was created in 1944 by Chuck Jones.
No kidding.
Yep. And his original titles are lost as well.
I suspect so. I mean,
Yeah.
that's just.
But the Pepe Le Pew in the first cartoon looked very different than compared to the modern one.
It looked different.
It looked very
always
different.
the animation styles are different.
Well, yeah, you're right. That's the kind of thing that
Over time, it developed.
It evolves. The animation evolves. Well, that's just fascinating. I love it because I love cartoons. My favorite. You haven't asked me my favorite.
What is your favorite?
I really can't name just one, but if I did have to, my favorite Bugs Bunny, I'd have to name two or three of them. My favorite, I love the Gas House Bunny, or whenever he plays baseball against the Gorillas.
That's Baseball Bugs.
Baseball Bugs. It's great.
6.
Where he
And there was also
strikes out the whole team.
What's
on one
weird
pitch.
about that one?
That's beautiful.
What's strange about that one? There's a cartoon called My Favorite Duck, right? But
Yeah.
it has the animation cell with the ball with it.
So you would then know which. I'm trying to remember the name of the name of the beast that he's got, like a monster or a big hairy monster with bugs in it.
It's Gossamer, I think.
Is that right? Oh, see, I love that one. I love the bugs with the little short criminal guy too.
Marvin the Martian.
No, not the Martian, but the criminal who robs banks and stuff, and Bugs gets caught along.
Well, that was actually, I can't think of the name, but I know where that came from. It actually came from a cartoon called Thugs with Dirty Mugs, 1930.
There we go, folks. They know it all. These are the kind of interesting stuff you'll be able to see at the live museum show, or live cartoon show, Museum and Fun, on October 18th and 19th in Effingham. We're going to come back, and I'll bring James in here.
Original titles are lost. If they're found, they're worth some money.
There you go. Yeah, they're looking. You're always on the lookout for it.
There's a lot of them that were missing.
We'll be back right after this. Wrap things up with the Penningtons. Back in a sec.
All righty.
Fashion is our passion at Carnaby Square. We specialize in customer service and have since 1980. Our multi-generational boutique features your favorite on-trend to classic famous maker fashions, footwear, accessories, and a massive inventory at Brighton. So come, relax, explore, and elevate your look with us. Everyone is welcome, where we always wrap it, tag it, and bag it for free at Carnaby Square in downtown Fairfield.
Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
At Clay City Banking Company, we're all on the same team, regardless of zip code. At home, work, school, or across the country, you can be part of our team with our cutting-edge mobile banking products. From your hand, you can check balances, transfer money, make deposits, and pay bills. Looking for a loan? We've got you covered with our mortgage, agriculture, commercial, and consumer loans. Join our team today. Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield Banking Companies. We're the hometown banks, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Le Mans Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians, and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Le Mans always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at lemansonline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hey folks, welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dicky here on Wabash Catch TV. I've added a James to the show. James Pennington and Jacob Pennington here. Scoot over this way, Jacob, if you can. Your head's kind of blocked by that by the thing. And I bring the old man James in here to tell us some of the other things that these guys have going on here in the next few weeks. These boys must make you terrifically proud, James.
Absolutely. Very proud of them.
When they all got started getting fired up about cartoons, what were you thinking? Because they've gone antiquing for all this stuff.
Yeah.
My wife and I helped them realize their dreams. This was all a dream. We never thought it would actually happen. And over the years, they've collected all this stuff and years and years and years of antiquing. And so we would always encourage them to follow their dreams. And by God, it happened.
Well, that's incredible.
Here we are.
Yeah, here you are. Now,
cartoon experts.
Okay, now you helped set up the show, right? Tell me how that works.
I helped a little bit. They came up with a lot of the ideas. I just kind of did the business end a little
So
bit.
I haven't got a popcorn machine yet, but we're working on it.
Oh, you get a popcorn machine?
Yeah,
Did you
I
know
have
that
popcorn.
Elmer Fudd wasn't always Elmer Fudd? It was actually Egghead who started it. And there was also a...
when you get him going...
Not to be racist, but there was a black hunter,
Yeah.
I don't know his name, but from All This and Rabbits.
James, old James. when you pull the strings on these boys, how long will they go?
They can go for hours. Okay, they are the Siskel and Ebert of cartoons, and I'm not joking. These guys,
I love the town crier from Have You Got Any Castles?
Let him talk.
So let me finish, buddy. They have some ads on the radio. They're playing them for free because the show is open and.
Just say this is a free show, right?
Open and free to the public. It's a free show. Like I said, October 18th and 19th at the mall in Effingham. They've got a few other interviews they're going to do. I think the news is going to be there. They'll have tables set up on display around a big, huge blow-up castle. And inside, when you go in, you can fit 20, 30 people in there.
Yeah.
They have a stage with lights and smoke machine, big theatrics.
Sure.
And they do sing-alongs with the kids.
Oh, no kidding.
And then if you have a birthday, then it's a special treat because then you get a gift from the guys and they do a happy birthday song for you. They do singing telegrams as well. And I help them out. But they'll have big TV screen projectors.
Singing telegram.
They'll have film projectors on display, antique cartoons, all kinds of artwork on display. They'll demonstrate how the 16 millimeter and 8 millimeter reel projectors work and show the kids and the families how they used to watch cartoons in the old days.
If you're looking for more information, I haven't mentioned it today, and I should have, and I feel bad about it. Give them a call at 618-508-1926, or look up Live Cartoon Show on Facebook. Would that get you to the spot?
We got YouTube and
They've got
Facebook.
YouTube now. We're going to be uploading videos soon.
We're working on one for X.
Well, there's a
for
guy,
X.
Rhythm in the Bow, right? There was a guy who did the music. His name was Clint Hess, who did Rhythm in the Bow song. And he made the song. He also did the song "God Bless America."
Oh, really?
Yeah, he created that.
How about that?
And
But the guys will have a sit down at the events, and they will give the public a chance, the kids, to come up and ask them anything they want to know about cartoons. So you can do questions and ask them and drill them.
What are you thinking? What now? This is the first show, right?
First,
this is the first big show. What are we thinking? Do we have other fish in the fire that are we looking for down the road? Maybe go up to Champaign, do a show, go
they
over to
already
St.
have
Louis.
some bookings. Miss Gaddy Land in Evansville, we spoke with her,
man.
the owner, and she's helping them.
Oh, that's the spaghetti place, right?
Pizza place.
Place,
It's a kids' place, and so their thing is
we got Lawrence County, Richland County.
Speak up a little bit too, James.
They want to make the kids they want to give the kids a good time. There's not a lot for kids and families to do.
And the TVs nowadays are corrupting their minds, and so by these political
kids are too
arrangements,
busy on this.
Well, they want to do more hands-on. Hey, this is how this was. They want to show the kids.
Invention ever.
They want to give the kids something fun to do.
Yeah.
And they want to sing and they want to dance with them. And instead of being on their phones or whatever, they're getting out live action.
If folks we've shown here the projectors as well as some of the stuff. If you have some memorabilia. Are you interested in looking for memorabilia?
Yep.
Give the phone number out again, right?
If it's cartoons, I'll take it.
508-1926, 618-508-1926. How often do people still find these kind of materials not very
lucky.
See that at the museum, it's a mobile museum. We can travel anywhere. We're not limited to one place with these guys. But you will see rare things that you don't normally see.
I can't even get to it. There's not even a film archive in Illinois. There is, but it's far. It's like 200 miles away from my house. So.
Well, fellas, I tell you what, it sounds like just a heck of a lot of fun you're having. It's going to be a lot of fun for folks. How often are the shows going to be at Effingham? At that mall? Every hour? Every couple hours? What are we doing?
Every 2 hours.
2 hours.
They do a 15, 20-minute sing-along for the kids.
There you go.
We'll have a sign up that shows, come back at this time, every 2 hours.
Just like Santa Claus.
Yeah. Yep. And so, they can,
and a gallery.
And then they do a question. You can question the boys. They can ask questions. And then they do a demonstration. They show the projectors.
Well, it sounds like, boys, it's going to be a heck of a lot of fun. I appreciate you being here. And I love the interest you've taken in this. You're preserving history, aren't you?
Yeah.
They are preserving history. Fellas, thanks very much.
Make cartoons great again.
There's their motto. Make cartoons great again. Thanks for being here, guys. Appreciate it. We'll see y'all next time on Big Talk with Bruce Dicky. Have a great day.